The Cybertruck is finally here, guys, and we're going to be going over everything that was released today. We're going to be talking about the Cybertruck. We're going to be going over the event. We're going to be talking about the unusual options activity that came through today for Tesla, and we will be going over my price predictions for Tesla in the next couple of days. I traded this a lot today. There was a lot of great chances for some short-term scalping for those of you who like to do that. I know most of us here are just long-term investors, but closing the day up 3,440 bucks. Let's first get into this with the Cybertruck specs and numbers. So the first thing is that it will be around the $99,000 price point to get one in 2024. That's going to be the Cyber Beast version, which is going to be 320 miles. 2024 deliveries are expected for 99,990. You can see the all-wheel drive 340 mile range was 79,990. And then the rear wheel drive, which if you saw the tweet I put out yesterday, they were talking about 250 miles estimated. That must have been the rear wheel that was leaked, and that will come out starting in 2025 for $60,990. So honestly, relatively still affordable. I didn't think it was going to be in the 40,000s like it was initially speculated and they were talking about in 2019. So as somebody who's going to be buying one of these, I will probably be looking at the Cyber Beast or the all-wheel drive, and we'll see how that ends up playing out. We'll see what we get for our money. But let's start first now with what we know about the truck. So we get steer by wire. This gives variable gain and wheel turn dynamics. One of the things that Elon talked a lot about today is the overall performance of the car. He said it feels and drives like a McLaren P100D. He says a lot of that is because of this steer by wire, which is something that they actually have in jets. Basically, if you're in a parking lot sitting still and you were to micro turn the wheel, the tires would make a massive turn. Whereas if you're driving going at a faster speed and you were to make that micro adjustment in the wheel will barely move so that it doesn't overcompensate and obviously jackknife the car off of the road. This is supposed to be very responsive and make the car very safe. The next thing is the auto ride height. So this thing is now going to have 17 inches of actual ground clearance, and depending upon what load you're carrying within the truck, it will know what to adjust to give you the optimal ride height. The next is going to be the fact that it's bulletproof. So for any of you guys who are going to want to shoot your Cybertruck up for YouTube, or anybody who thinks they're going to be in a zombie apocalypse, this is going to be good for you. They actually talked about that display. Again, they went over the performance and safety of the car, talking about how because of its center of gravity, the car actually cannot roll over. So even getting hit on a side impact, the vehicle still does not roll over, which is very good. And once again, makes this a very safe vehicle. And it needs to be safe because this bad boy goes 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. They posted these videos over on the official X account of Twitter, which I highly recommend you go and watch. And overall, how did the stock market move based off of the event? Well, as of last week, you remember we were talking about this potential breakout through resistance. We had calls that we ran up to 245. We were talking about a potential short, which I never entered. We had a lot of selling coming in up around this level, and we ended up pulling back, and 240 is a very, very key support level. And if I actually come back here and show you guys a bar replay with our premium Pine Wave indicator setup, you're going to notice that there is a ton of buying sitting at this level. So as we come down into this support, I was buying it up and playing these bounces off of that order block. We'll see tomorrow, depending upon what happens. Right now, post-market, we're trading down at 235, but if we're able to hold overnight, we may move back up to test 245, but realistically, what is looking like is going to happen is we are going to move back down to $230. So what would a move like this look like on a weekly chart? Does this mean that the potential chance to move back up to 290 and 300 is now off of the table? And the truth is, there isn't. Currently, we have a bearish setup here by this change of character being broken, but I don't take this into play because there wasn't enough volume behind it, and we obviously bounced right off of these moving averages. And since then, we have not traded below that level whatsoever. But if we were to take our trendline tool and we were to actually draw it out, you can see that it's not good that we're not able to push through this level at this moment. We have very key pivot levels here of previous week high and previous week low. So what we're really going to be watching for is going to be the break above this level, 245, to potentially move our way back up to 280, or the potential breakdown of 230, which would move us back down to the 200 SMA around $212. I still believe we'll see Tesla move up to $300 in the coming months, but I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially pull back down to about 220 220 or 215 and look to test the 200-day SMA. But as I just stated, we will be watching for the clearing of 240 or the break of 230 before we make any swing trading based decisions. So let's go through and look at this post that I put on my X account, which if you guys are not part of our X community, I don't know what you're doing. I post all this unusual flow over there. I post so much content, so many free trades over there. And if you do want to trade with me every day and get access to all my trades, the second link in the description, it's $50 a month. You get access to my private academy, our premium indicators, which you guys see me use here every single day on our channel, as well as much, much more. When we switch over to black box stocks and we're going to be able to see what type of money was coming in on the options market today, you're going to see the top confirmed bearish flow on the day was Tesla. You can see here with negative $147 million worth of puts. And that is confirmed to be bearish. Those are people who are actually buying put contracts on Tesla. If we switch over to the most active, you can see there's over 906 million, which means that most of them are probably puts. They're unconfirmed, so some of them could be potential hedges, or it could be somebody selling cash secured puts. But for the most part, it seems on our heat map that most of this was bought around here between $225 strike to $217 strike, which is very far out of the money. Right now, we're sitting here around $235. So these people are expecting Tesla within the next week or so to continue to drop down to at least about $225. So it seems that the consensus from big money right now is looking at least another 6 to about 10% drop within the next week or so, which lines up with about what we were saying earlier of moving down to about $220 and hitting the 200 SMA. If you guys want to know if I have a position open on Tesla, like I said, go check out my X account or follow us on Discord. I hope that this video helped, guys. If you want me to do more videos on different tickers, please let me know in the comment section. I've noticed that when I add them to the Tesla videos don't get shared as much because people who are investors or traders in Tesla don't care about maybe some other tickers. But if you do want me to talk about more tickers, comment down below or check our other channel out called Traders Helping Traders Community. Thanks for all the support, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.